to actually run himself back to the tower. And these little spiderlings, you know, you can't just let them run down your Crystal Maiden. They do a ton of damage when they're grouped up like that. How are we looking for FNG, though? Because he's got his first point in greed. He's still got some Ancient stacked up, but that's going to be for the Templar Assassin. Now she's hit level 7, you can clear through these pretty easily with the Acid Spray down. Goodbye armor. Easy, easy takedown for these. So G should pop himself up to a good amount of net worth. This actually should put him up ahead of the Shadow Fiend, even though SF's been clearing stacks, clearing out this jungle, and has a couple of kills to his name. So, it's going to be a nice little boost there. Put him up to treads. Ancient Apparition, though, is the one that we're looking at. Getting up to level 6 at mid, while FNG is kind of looking towards the same. Get himself a few levels, but the stun coming in. TP's cancelled! And G is going to chase him down. With the Chilling Touch down, they're going to try and get this kill, and they will back onto G, but the AA unable to save his teammate. Meanwhile, the Broodmother gets a kill up on top, does bring down the Crystal Maiden, and Slardar couldn't do a damn thing about that one. You know, there's no dust, there's no sentries. Oh, there was dust, actually. Crystal Maiden had dust, but still couldn't save herself.
Crystal Maiden, or the life of a support. Most supports just life, but fortunately for the Maiden, she ran camp full of spiderlings because Bobos was just not much to keep.
Oh, there's your Ice Blast. Nisha hits level 6. So they've got a pretty good timing actually. 8.5 minutes in, you look at the Venomancer down in bot, and it's gonna be the kind of old school build, Arcane's mech, and go for the Utility Mancer and into like a Blink Dagger Aghanims, things like that. It's not the Midas into straight Ags or anything like that build that we've seen previously. But I guess if Alchemist can go, you know, into a Solar Crest, into a Medallion, whatever he wants to, he can actually start building Ags for his teammates very early on. But the thing is, he only needs one, right? It's just the Venomancer, who's actually snowballed on down a bot. Poison Nova's out, but Sasu should be able to get this kill with a Gale. Maybe he's going to give up his life for this one. They get the hits in, and Illidan, he's not going to die to stick charges, and look at them TPing out in Snare. Not there in time, and Lil doesn't cancel a TP, but Venomancer survives through it all, while the two heroes who were playing aggressively onto him have to get back to base.
That was well played from them. Kind of like baiting charges. Like he had 5 stick charges, basically safe. Too bad though. I think if Lil had the top gonna TP out, he could have maybe. Oh well.
Oh, Lil has Arcane Boots, getting up to level 6, but this Broodmother starts to take control of the enemy jungle now. When you start pushing it up to the tier 1, take that, you take control of the enemy jungle, you stop the Crystal Maiden from farming, and then you've got these dominant lanes that we were talking about. The Templar Assassin, who is difficult to kill, and is now taking down a bunch of jungle stacks as well. G is starting to race ahead and create that gap, which is sometimes difficult to bridge. Shadow Fiend loves to be ahead in net worth, loves to be at the top of the board, but Templar Assassin, we've seen time and time again as a fight starting to break down a bottom lane. They kill off the Alchemist, and they want to look for more. G is hiding. With an L-Strike out, he gets Supreme, but there's no follow-through, and they're going to group up as 4 here to push into the mid-tier 1.
As you nicely pointed out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, they gave him like...
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is really nice. Just the hadn't been shut down in the jungle. It's just really good to give your carry such a boost, especially if it's up a much better flash fall.
Oh yeah, definitely. If G gets fat, oh god, G jumped on here. They get the amplified out to Illidan. Ice Blast going to miss completely pretty much there. G does get hit by the trail. Illidan turns back. He's got mech up on him, but he's going to wait for this Ice Blast to wear off onto his teammates. Gets punched into the air, and he will get finished off with a Chilling Touch, Cold Feet combo. Exotic Deer though, walking in the middle of 3. Says hello G, but Lil and FNG, they put him in his grave, and now they're chasing down Nisha. They've got the trap slow, outstun, and this should be a nice little kill against Snare to secure it. A few hits out, and that's it. G gets himself a chunk of change there. Pushes them even further ahead. Shadow Fiend had no right whatsoever to be walking in, but maybe Supreme gets a little bit of return, but the song is there from Lil. And they want to turn and fight this without stun. They throw it out, the concoction lands, and Supreme looked like he was going to get a free cheeky little kill onto G. It's Lil having none of it.
That was actually pretty good. You were able to turn. Usually what you see is just, oh, you song and you just knew that armor, which the amount of minus armor.
Dire's
They
top
knew
tower is under attack.
Now, DK Phobos is going Orchid on his Broodmother and actually kills off the Crystal Maiden in the middle of her base. But yeah, DK Phobos Orchid on the Broodmother. This is like the epitome of old school builds, right? You know, TR2, TR3, Broodmother Orchid, just go off lane, kill off supports and finish things off. We saw a little bit of a resurgence of it in China at the start of the year, until the kind of Midas Dagon build became popular just after the Necro book. But Orchid against Crystal Maiden AA, even against a Slardar who doesn't rush into a BKB. You know, treads blink, BKB comes a lot later, and his flash farming isn't that great. They need to fight, they need to look for kills. So Brood is able to actually battle, and the main thing is you stop people from solo defending, right? Someone comes back to defend, they throw their spells, and you just go in and you kill them. You make sure that they can't just send one hero, they've got to commit 2 or 3 to try and deal with you.
At the same time, I think this is why it's popular anymore. You can achieve the same. Especially in this, Crystal Maiden just yourself, you kill her with a Radiant, no matter what. I don't think you. So this is why I'm not sure if Orchid is really. And the SF is gonna. Unless he's fitting in those teams.
Well, I'll see what he gets up to with it. Grouping up at mid, the Desolator at 1337. 1337, G gets his big old item, and now he can flash farm even faster. Take Roshan, go and look for these kills, and potentially go and two-shot heroes like the CM and the AA, who do not have a lot of armor or a lot of HP. You know, they're sitting on, what, 853 on this AA because of that urn, 644, the Crystal Maiden, not looking too hot. So they've got to be very wary about their positioning. You know, Sasu can come in and save them from time to time, but he's not gone for that utility build. He doesn't have the Arcane's mech. He's gone drums, face boots, and then the Shadow Fiend, no mech on him either. So they don't have that survivability item. They don't have that big teamfight item, which often you really like to see in these kind of minus armor aggressive strats where you want to be jumping forward, looking for kills. Ice Blast. Gonna fly out onto the Spiderlings, but DK Phobos, he's already pretty safe and out of there. Oh god, they jumped in on the AA. I thought maybe they'd catch the Broodmother, but it's the ancient apparition that's actually found.
And now this is what Mother Pig is really paying off. I mean, it didn't really do. Just drew the 3 to 4 here. So annoying to deal with, and they can't even kill those. What do you do if you're 18, right?
I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know where you go with this. Because DK Phobos is such an annoying hero up at top, you've got to, commit like 5, honestly, you've got to commit 5 heroes to go and kill him. The Roshan has been taken, TA has that, and you're walking into this fight, Supreme gets it just dies, obliterated, and the rest of the team fight's not going to go any better. With Lil on the front lines, the Requiem does very little with the stick charge, cancelling out the freezing field, and G, he wants to kill them all. He wants to kill them all. Melstrike, there's 1, here's 2, and there's 3. Lissash, the pretty much last man standing. Crystal Maiden, a little frail woman. Stun concoction not going to get launched down, but G should be able to chase this one down. 1 hit kill. Bam! There we go. Ultra kill for G. Nisha escaping. But guess what? Broodmother's up at top. That was a 4v5, and you still lost, completely. You were demolished.
I wouldn't blame them if they called. Because what can they honestly... Almost... Not the perfect initiation, but... A good initiation. A plus hit the... And actually stun up. I don't know. I feel like... TN... They didn't really have an... Because... Can't really deal with... Incredibly strong. Like daggers. They're gonna go BKB. Even if they do down, there's always...
Yeah. Okay, I've tried to fix the contrast a little bit. Not sure why that was changed, but hopefully it looks good now. I've tweaked it a little bit. Snowball towards middle lane there. Just gonna try and go in on Illidan here. He gets his mech off, but it's not fast enough. G. Oh god, it's time to run him down. Frostbite hold him in place. Meltstrike, there's 1. Insta give over on the Crystal Maiden, and with the splash back on that Sire Blade hit. Not going to actually do too much here. Nisha wants to go back in, it looks like, but my goodness. G, let's see what you can do. Supreme on a third of his HP, still wants to get back with the amplified damage. G, the invis rune is popped, but they can see you. They know exactly what you're up to. Up at top, DK Phobos pushing in pretty hard onto the top tier 3, and G walks behind the tier 2. They don't react in time. Splash hit, there we go. Shadow Fiend walks behind his teammate, and G stick charges up, kills off Nisha, and he's not even going to die for it. Lissash, bye-bye. You're done for. Gone. And Radiant's courier dies, I guess, to the tower, because G was delivering a blink and Guardian Greaves recipe for Illidan. Doesn't matter though. Honestly, does not matter.
Before he got those kills, if he has a blink there, he gets like an ultra kill, right? Run away. I don't know why the SF just run away. When this TA comes right at you, you're speaking of running.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, 18-8. I have not looked at the graphs because it's possibly the scariest thing I've ever seen. You know, 15,000 net worth lead here for VP. 18 minutes in. It's absolutely dismantling ATN here, and 12,000 experience lead. DK Phobos. I mean, you just look at the net worth board, right? TA, Broodmother, Venomancer, Alchemist is higher than the Shadow Fiend. A support Alchemist is higher than your 2-roll Shadow Fiend in the middle lane. G gonna lose Aegis though at middle lane, punched out by Sasu. But FNG wants to go back in here on Exotic Deer. They turn. G is gonna get amped up, but there's the Song of the Siren. Reset the fight.
Dire's top tower is
And
under
they're able to actually extract their heroes while DK Phobos fights up at top against the tower. Requiem gonna get launched out, but Supreme's already gone. The G finishes him off, and Nisha. Ice Blast is ready. He's gotta throw it, Illidan will get taken out by that one, but TP out from the Sasu Tusk. Crystal Maiden does get that godlike streak of G, but look at that, he buys back, buys BOTs. It's time to win the game, guys. Let's take top racks, let's take mid-tier 3, everything. It's gonna get finished off here in the next couple of minutes, guys. Sasu, Alissash, Nisha, you're getting killed off by the Orchid and the Spiderlings. As G buys back and possibly in a rough situation here. As Sasu, nope. Locks him down, but there's no damage to actually kill him off. And top racks, you're gonna drop here as Team Alternate scrambling to try and defend. The Spiderlings chasing them, there's no initiation tools. How do they get into this fight? G will get his refraction pop there, but Lissash is dead! Crystal Maiden under the power of the Spiderlings taken out, and now the chase is on. If they had Blink here over on G, then maybe they'd run into that one, but look at him, he's got BOT's Treads Desolator, and his Blink is on the Dead Courier. Their Greaves are on the Dead Courier because this Venomancer has a Veil now, but Supreme jumps in with a Snowball, but we're able to stun him up a little bit here, and FNG, his Concoction will catch them both. Supreme, no miss uphill. G gets a couple refractions back up, turns to fight, the ensnare is there, and this is Exotic Deer drop and kill dead. G, are you gonna die actually? The cold feet will proc and finish him off, but Nisha has walked into the middle of the death squad. The hordes of Virtus Pro heroes just surrounding them all.
I just want
to
point out that both got both kills on G, and they were able to farm like streaks. They ended up get a Glimmer Cape and a Meg respectively. That's just how much G was worth.
Well, that's game number 1, guys. Virtus Pro definitely turning on the style there against Alternate, but, you know, it wasn't bad. Alternate actually did very well in the laning phase, which, you know, I was surprised by. I don't know about you, but I thought Virtus Pro would have a very firm grasp on laning phase and really just, you know, from start to